Speaker, I wanted to just briefly contribute on this bill for a couple of reasons. And firstly, can I say that, unlike other members, I don't have a family history with the TWU. I've never been a member of the TWU, but what I have observed over a long period of time is their passion for protecting the rights of owner-drivers and people who are in the gig economy. For the delivery riders and drivers that we see around our cities these days. They've consistently had that passion over many years, and I have to say the other person who's had that passion is the Minister. And the Minister, since we were both in the upper house together, has been talking about this sort of thing and talking about the need for reform and protection for these workers. So I wasn't going to speak in this debate today, but I listened to the Shadow Minister when she spoke on this earlier, and the other coalition contributor to this debate, and I was astounded by the arrogance of that contribution, a contribution which sought to demean the way that this government has gone about fixing the loopholes and making sure that there aren't loopholes to protect these people who work in the gig economy, and instead sort of struts in here and speaks down to the Minister and suggests that these things aren't necessary and that the government's wasting time on it. Well, I don't think we're wasting a second if we're looking after the rights of those gig workers. I obviously live in Queanbeyan. I don't see a lot of the people on the electric bikes around Queanbeyan, but I do when I stay here in Sydney. And I see the time they sit there waiting for jobs on the side of the street. I see the risks that they often take in traffic on their electric bikes. And I see the absolute need to make sure that they aren't being exploited by the multinationals companies who actually employ them and the other companies. And the same goes for owner-drivers in the trucking industry, who we know over many, many years have been pushed to unworkable timeframes for their deliveries by the companies which are asking for their services. Those people deserve protection. We know that the federal Labor government has been working to make sure they get protection from the federal point of view. I don't think we can be anywhere near as confident if there was to be a change of federal government at the next election, and we'd all hope that won't be happening. But we also need to make sure from the state point of view that we are ensuring there aren't loopholes, that we are protecting those people. And the bottom line out of what we've seen today is that Minister Kotsis is doing a fantastic job in making sure that we are filling those loopholes. She is absolutely passionate about this, and what we're seeing from the opposition in their lack of interest in this and their attempt to dismiss this in an arrogant and superficial way is that they continue to not give a damn about the workers who are working for these multinational companies. And that's why we saw no action from them in 12 years of their period in government, and that's why we will continue to see them dodging these issues with these spurious arguments about things either not being needed or having a little whinge and a whine about things they think that this government should be doing or isn't doing as fast as they would like. This opposition we see here today constantly every day amazes me. The world started in 2023 for most of them. The reality is 12 years of inaction from them can't be fixed in just 2 years. There's a lot of work to do, and I'm very proud to be a part of government that is doing it. I commend the bill.